Welcome to 2021. We are here with Analysts After Work. First episode of 2021 edition. It's the Gens edition. I am beyond pleased to be joined by my special guests, Jennifer Bedell, Jennifer Forrest, and another Jen maybe joining us in a little bit. How's it going? Welcome.
It's
welcome.
All right.
Missed you.
The gens don't shut up. We got to remember that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk over each other the whole time.
Uh-huh. Are you so glad you signed up to do this, Vince?
let's provide a little context here, because I think I didn't think this through very well.
Okay.
In an effort to try to make my life a little bit easier, I wanted to make everyone else's life a little bit more difficult. And so what I did was I put together thanks, Dave. I put together my spreadsheet that I used to manage all of these episodes, and I just sent it out to everybody. Most of the people, there's a few that I didn't hit up yet, but I sent it to most of the people that were on the show last year, just as a, hey, if you want to grab a spot now, here's what I've got planned between now and the first half of the year. And I just left it at that. And then I saw the first episode, this episode, Jennifer Forrest, Jennifer Bedell, and then the idea of we should get Jen Batten on as well. And I thought, oh dear Lord, what have I done? The Gens, which really, really cool concept. But yes, I will probably be silent a lot of today. And you know what? I think that's a good thing. But let me get my words in now. You guys know the question that's coming. Jen will start with you.
Okay.
Jfo. What are you joining us with today?
I sure have peanut butter from my lunch that I just. That's my day. That's how today went.
But you know that I count on you for interesting selections. You know, the Wind in the Willows wine from Aldi. I was expecting some sort of like Dollar Tree.
This is in fact from Aldi. Oh. It is Peanut Delight.
There we go. Peanut Delight. Butter. All right. Okay. Peanut Delight and Gen B. And I can only use that for a second.
Yeah, I have coffee, but because it is 5:03, there is an additive in my coffee.
Is it Irish?
It's Kahlua.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I thought because it's coffee flavored, so I put a coffee flavored additive into my coffee.
You made it. You accentuated the coffee, and that's a tremendous choice.
There's 3 now. Oh my god!
I'm changing my name now.
My stress levels just went up a little bit. Jennifer Batten, welcome to the show.
Hi there. Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. You've been on before. You know the drill.
I know the drill.
What are you? First of all, nice virtual background.
I have the bookshelves of shame behind me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know that bookshelf.
We're not going to talk about the bookshelves of shame. I'm looking to lie, people, and I still haven't unpacked.
Yeah.
So there are empty bookshelves and boxes of stuff over here. So we have virtual. Look at that.
It's fine. It's lovely. So Jen, what do you got there?
I'm trying to find a decent beverage, and I have a blueberry by, or essentially Dr. Pepper, but SodaStream's Dr. Pete version. And this, I'm in desperate need of some caffeine. It's called Dr. Pete. Yeah,
that's tremendous.
It is, yeah, because
right.
the Dr. Pepper people go after you. if you
sure. I mean,
use their name inappropriately.
Right.
There's long stories about that and random information that I know that's very weird, but we won't get into that right now. So yeah.
I have, I mean, in that vein, speaking of people that go after you litigiously, I have
here we go.
a cease and desist from, well, I mean, in my mind, it came from George Lucas, but it was from LucasArts, Lucasfilm, sorry, because years ago, one of my first forays into the side hustle, I was working with a buddy of mine, my boy Raph, and we were designing T-shirts. And so they had this one that we used the Star Wars font, and then we got a cease and desist from Lucas. So again, in my head, George Lucas wrote that letter himself and sent it to us because
grabbed his little pen and said,
he was shopping for T-shirts, and he was like, "Wait a second, these two guys are."
Okay.
Yeah, but that's official. Like we were not paying them anything.
This is considered fan art. There is this very weird line about fan art. If you go to certain, like, not full-blown comic cons, but different, because like there are several cons that are comic related, and there's Star Wars Celebration, stuff like that. This particular one is an artist that has done very official, sanctioned Star Wars Celebration art and things like that. But she also does a ton of just fan art stuff because, this is obviously Leia as Han Solo, and it says I'm a rebel on it.
Yeah.
And it's okay. So
Okay, well, I mean, in any event, that was my first foray, and so we took the shirt down, but then we kept doing other stuff. So to the side hustle, and I mean, I'll round mine out. I have an espresso that is now empty, and then I'm chasing that with a nice Spanish brandy from the most non-Spanish name you could ever think of. Duff Gordon, but it is tremendous Spanish brandy. So welcome, and I don't even want to know what that is, Jen.
Are you serious?
I don't want to know what that is. Is that a spoon?
Steve asked if I had a straw, so in fact, Steve, I do have a straw for my peanut butter.
Well, cheers, and to AJ and Amy and Steve and Tamara and just Dave and Dina. Cheers to all of you.
Cheers.
Is this the official first show of the new year?
It is.
Oh, cheers! Cheers to that. Cheers.
Cheers to that. I mean, and it's funny. I was on a webinar the other day with the Phoenix IIBA chapter, and I was talking about this thing that I'm putting together with Adrian Reed in the summer that we're calling serendipity. It's just, I can't say too much. We're still sort of planning it out, but it's going to be really, really cool.
It's all very serendipity.
We've picked a date.
I'm writing this down, and
we're getting ready to do the call for involvement, because this is not going to be like, the traditional speaker model. This is going to be something different. But so don't write anything down, Jen, because I'm not saying Genfo, because I'm not saying anything. But where I wanted to get to, I'm going to make that mistake a lot, Jen. Just to all of you. What I wanted to say was we were talking about how we're working on this thing and how like our personalities are very opposite. And because of that, it works really, really well. Like he's very scripted and prepared, and and very professional. And I just sort of roll in and Jen Bedell when we did blockchain, like we weren't ready for that. So it was just like, oh, I'm talking about this. Okay, let's go. There's no preparation, but it works. So, I'm like the jazz. I don't prepare anything. I forget what the point was, but anyways, serendipity coming this summer. So
what is a date in the summer that I should not?
I know what I said. I know why I. No, wait, hold on. I know why I said it, because I said, he's doing his BA Fringe and he's doing webinars and stuff that's very scripted and professional looking. I started a drinking show. Like it's so opposite, but it works. So, and I'm trying to get Adrian back on here because he's an awesome dude.
Yes.
I have
a burning question for Jen with one N.
Yes.
Jen with one N.
we gotta figure out a better system for this. Go ahead.
Jen with one N, were you late because you were also napping?
It wasn't quite a nap, I'll be honest. Is to really I've got there's a lot of stuff going on at my house right now. And I thought I was supposed to be teaching a class, but I had swippy swapped it and had forgotten about the swippy swap, or we weren't sure what was going to happen. And I've had this really weird headache all day. And so since I didn't have to teach a class, I was curled up in a little ball on the couch next to my Christmas tree, which is still up, and trying to just can I get the headache to go away? I'm doing a lot of this. It hurts right here, kind of thing. So, but all of a sudden I was like, I gotta go do the thing with Vince. I was like, oh, I got a half an hour. I almost fell asleep in that last half hour though. So you get damn close.
So do you still have the headache?
It's a little bit there. That's hence the caffeine. That's why I'm in desperate need.
Doesn't that make it worse?
No, it makes it better.
Does it?
Oh, yeah, caffeine.
Yeah.
All right.
They put caffeine in some medications to make them work better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Jen.
This is Oli.
My husband so I've told you about the boxes of shame and the bookcase of shame. My husband knows I want a dog. I really want a dog. And he's like, put the boxes away and we'll go puppy shopping. I'm like, you suck, that's so mean.
Oh, look at that face. Oh my goodness.
He's eating my hair.
Welcome to Animals After Work.
Well, I mean, all I talk about, even in work meetings, is my dog. We got a dog in April. It's my first ever dog. He's my life. I mean, it was stressful at first, but yeah. How old is your puppy?
2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He's busy.
Mm-hmm. He almost is sleeping through the night. Almost.
Nice.
So close. Yeah.
So my favorite Jen story, and I was waiting for other Jen to Vince lost control in 13 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take long. Although Amy wants to know about the guy who was in the background. Who was that, Jen?
Oh, that was my husband. That was my husband. I got married. That's my husband. He's real.
During a pandemic. You got married in a pandemic.
Which you didn't want to talk about the last time you were on the show. You wanted to focus on your CBAP and I passed the CBAP. Yeah, you got married too.
Yes, I had a Zoom wedding.
Yeah,
we got married on Zoom.
Really? That's cool. Did you record it?
Were you in different houses at the time, or different places, or was it full on Zoom?
He and I were in the same place, but our officiant wasn't.
Right. Okay.
It was on Zoom.
That's fair.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's,
cool.
Wow.
So dogs, yay or nay? I'm gonna go nay. I'm gonna go the negative. No.
I
would
dogs. Nay right up until June of this year. Like I said, we got a dog in April.
Yeah. So again, you got a dog. I started a drinking show. So
the dogs got me to start drinking. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Cool. And what was your dog's name there, Jen?
Oli.
Jen F.
Oli.
Oli. Okay. Oli like Stan and Oli?
Like I don't know who Stan and Oli are.
Like Laurel and Hardy. Come on, man. Okay.
Oh.
I'm just more culturally aware than you are, I guess.
Maybe it's a Canadian thing. I don't know.
It's absolutely
it's
not a
Canadian.
Canadian
Yeah,
thing.
we'll just
It is
No?
not a Canadian. No.
Well,
No.
I'm thinking of. I mean, like here in Minnesota, they talk about the Sven and Oli jokes all the time. And it's
Sven and Oli.
That's
yeah, Sven and Oli, and they're the little old Norwegian dudes that do all. Like my husband even tells a Sven and Oli joke.
yes.
But we're not going to go there. I need my husband. He's downstairs. We're not going to bring him in here just to tell a joke because he does not know I'm doing
No.
this.
Jen,
No.
that's what Oli's named after. That's what Oli's named after.
What is that? Named after who?
My family is Norwegian, and about half of my male family members are named Oli.
So then you name the dog Oli too.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
it.
It's a good dog name.
It is.
Honoring my
I'm
ancestors.
sure all of your family members are thrilled. Just like
My turn.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Pretty.
How can you be anti-dog?
Fair.
That scruffy little baby
Fair.
I'm not anti-dog.
baby.
Listen, I'm not anti-dog. Do your thing. I'm not saying, it's just like I don't have a dog. I have no interest in having a dog. I'm getting asked for one and like no, we're not getting a dog. Cuz it then becomes my problem and I don't want that. So no thank you.
Oh, he's not a problem.
Well, right now at the Batten house, there is a lot of conversation about my daughter really wants to get a parakeet, a budgie. She wants to get a budgie. And I have to tell you that, so my daughter's 16. I think many of you have met Abby. Vince got to work with Abby once because we brought her to a conference and I made her work. Amy has worked with her. I don't know if the other gens have seen. Yeah. So
she was the lead volunteer at the inaugural Uncommon conference.
And she came back and she said, and I have some notes, mother, and I was like, I get it, honey, but yeah, anyway, like
So
this
did I.
child is so totally my child. She has several times throughout her life, she has done something, like she's wanted something, she's wanted to do something or whatever. And she has created a PowerPoint presentation to persuade us that whatever thing she's requesting is a good idea. The first time it was about a Halloween costume that she wanted to build, and she needed somebody to buy her the parts for a Halloween costume. I'll find a picture in a minute and it'll make sense. She wanted to do an LED light up peacock. So she did a peacock tail, and literally it was larger than she was. And so she PowerPoint presentation, clicking through the whole thing. And she's like, so can we please go shopping? And I was like, I know nothing about what you're talking about. You got to go talk to dad, but I'm on board. Just a couple years ago, her marching band, well, actually not even a couple of years ago, they were supposed to go to Greece last March. And we told her, well, no, because it's not a playing trip. It's not it's not a concert tour or anything like that. And it was pretty expensive. And she does not play an instrument. The only reason she's allowed to go is because she's in the marching band on the color guard. She created a PowerPoint presentation to say why she thought it was a good reason, how she was going to earn the money. She believed if we paid like $200 of it, she would be able to earn the rest. And gosh darn it, she did. She earned every penny to go on this trip that has now since been postponed 3 times and now completely canceled because of COVID. And just last week, it was, I believe I should get a budgie. I would like to adopt a budgie. This is the life expectancy of budgie, all about a budgie health. Yeah. I'm reading a
What
note.
have you done? What have you done to her? Like,
I don't know.
We're supposed to spare our children of our foibles and our hangups. You have not only not done that, you have made her worse.
I don't understand.
That is terrible.
The first time she was kind of planning out what the little what the costume was going to look like, for the first thing, and I was just surprised. the PowerPoint about going on the trip made a lot more sense because at that point she's like, 15 years old and she's like completely understanding a lot of this stuff. But and I think the budgie was just a step too far. I think she was just trying to prove that she had done her research. She understood, because I'm like, I don't know anything about birds. I've never had a bird. I've had cats. I've had dogs. I don't know anything about birds. And I kept telling her no to a fish. I'm like, damn it, if I would have just said yes to the stupid fish, I would not be having this bird
There's
conversation.
your mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
at least
wait,
dogs and cats provide some utility. A bird, it does nothing. It's
birds can be cute too. They have personalities.
And apparently these will learn to
all right,
talk.
whatever.
So I don't know. She has not yet. She's thinking she wants to get it in like February, and I don't know.
She needs to do a SWOT analysis, it sounds like.
She kind of did. And then she also has a ton of plants in her room. It's super crazy how many plants this girl has. And I said, but we just bought a whole bunch of plants.
People can keep a plant alive?
Oh, I can't keep a plant alive. My daughter can keep plants alive. Not me. But we did have this conversation about, well, what plants are because there's some plants that are poisonous to like dogs. Are there any plants that are poisonous to budgies? She brought these 3 plants out. She's like, Mom, you need to take these plants for me. And I was like, well, why do you not want these plants anymore? You really wanted this particular one. And she's like, I think it's poisonous to budgies, and so I can't have it anymore. Oh, it's pretty bad.
So she's in her mind, the budgie already lives there.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. She's planning on playtime for the budgie when it will come out of its little cage and get to fly around, and
parts of her room it gets to poop on, and yeah.
Right. That's the other thing. I'm like, girlfriend, you gotta clean that room first, but there we go. We could do. I mean, I'm looking at the chat, you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, Jen. Like here's your answer. That bird needs to live free. You can't put it in a cage.
There you go.
Like you just put things in cage that shouldn't be there? Honestly. Birds, children, all that stuff. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't put children
in cages.
No, you don't do that. You don't do that.
Shoot, that's what I did wrong.
Yeah, you shouldn't put kids in cages. That's generally a bad bad thing. No, it's just generally a bad.
Locked in there.
Generally a bad thing. Speaking of, it's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks, particularly
for you,
JFO in the DC area. How's everything going down there?
Yeah, not great, but.
Why? What's going on down there? I haven't heard anything.
What's the scuttlebutt? I haven't heard anything about anything.
Well, I'm not planning on leaving my house between January 17th and January 21st.
Good idea.
There's that. Not that I leave the house very regularly anyways,
Mm-hmm.
But we're like hunkering down hardcore and not going anywhere.
Probably a good idea. Jen, I like you, so like I don't want you to get hurt.
Wait, which Jen?
All of you.
Just me.
All of you. But
like we really want to ask him which one's the favorite. I mean, how can you pick a favorite Jen?
I'm not gonna tell you to your face which one is my favorite Jen. Like that would be stupid.
You can use what I do with my kids. If one of them asks who's the favorite, the answer always is the other one.
Oh, I've got to the point of saying
I'm trying not to damage them psychologically, though.
I say Ben's my favorite Ben. Daniel's my favorite Daniel. I have a favorite girl because I only have one girl. I have one girl and 3 boys. So
right.
Yeah.
I gotta go stock up. I've run out.
Plan appropriately for your quarantine and hunkering down.
So we were supposed to be out of this by now. We were supposed to be getting together. This show was only supposed to be temporary, and I think it's not going to. I think I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen this year?
Well, I don't.
As far as our ability to like hang out again.
This, like, 2021?
Yeah, like, yeah.
My mom's already gotten the vaccine.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Congratulations. I didn't
Yeah.
know. Oh, there you go.
So, I mean, there's people that I know who have gotten the vaccine already.
Cool.
I'm a scientist, though, so I don't know what that exactly means, but I think that's helpful to hear, I think.
They haven't grown any extra limbs or anything since they got it?
No. Seems to be, she broke
The
her toe.
microchip's working okay, all of that good stuff. I'm sorry. I have such a bad attitude.
I totally missed what you said.
I said the microchip hasn't like short circuited or anything because there's people think that it's got a microchip in it or that it, and that's me being absolutely snarky. I believe in science and I may be questioning how fast a vaccine came about, but at the same time, I think there was a lot of motivation. So I'm like hopeful.
Breaking news here, everyone. Project World Orlando is in September. Amy, hopefully you can let me know. Am I still supposed to be keynoting that? Because I'm good, but like, just let me know.
You're keynoting, but it's got to be on blockchain.
No.
Orlando loves the Vince blockchain stuff.
No, they don't.
The 3 gens should create a PowerPoint some point that Vince has to give a presentation on.
That would be fun.
That'll ever happen.
With no, oh my goodness, yes!
The 3 of us, we come up with a PowerPoint, and he has to do it. Yes.
I agree.
Can you help us make this happen is the only thing, but absolutely, I think we could totally figure something out.
So as long,
could.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be on a topic I at least am somewhat familiar with. Because I could do an hour on Star Wars and the implications of Star Wars in culture. I could do that. That's easy. Because what's funny?
So we'd have to go down to something like Bridgerton.
I don't know what that is.
I haven't seen it.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Why are you here? You need to be watching Bridgerton.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, so you guys, Bridgerton's on Netflix. It's quite a bit naughty. Don't watch it with the children, nearby. But it's Pride and Prejudice era, Regency era romance.
So what's your Bridgerton name?
Oh, I do not know.
I need to know now.
Oh, it's been all over Facebook.
What?
I've been avoiding Facebook for a while. So, that absolutely was a pop culture fail for Vince.
Hold on a second here. Hold on. First of all, too many gens. Secondly, how did we go from Star Wars to Bridgerton? This is unacceptable.
We're going to create some sort of a presentation for you that you have to deliver. It can't be something that you're like, oh, Star Wars. I mean, like, you have to understand, you guys, Vince and myself and Paul Crosby were at downtown Disney Springs, whatever it's called, right? And building our own, we all have lightsabers now. Yeah, mine's in a box of shame.
Mine's right here.
We even fought over who got which color of lightsaber, right?
No,
so
it was
heavy discussion to make sure we didn't overlap. So if we needed to have these at any given time, we could.
Let me tell you, Jen, I regret not doing the double-ended lightsaber. I regret that.
Jen?
It's okay. I didn't boot her. I swear.
She's watching Bridgerton. She left to go watch Bridgerton.
Maybe. But hopefully she comes back.
I'm sure she will.
But do you remember when we were doing that? Because here we go. Hi, Jen.
Back.
Do you remember?
Watch Bridgerton.
You and Paul were like doing analysis of each of the pieces. Oh, I've got this end. which do I like this one better or do I like this one better?
We were trying to find something cool, and we were also building one for Bob at the time as well.
Fine.
So between myself and Paul and Bob, and the three of us are much more likely. Bob, Paul, and I were much more likely to like get together and go. We wanted to make sure we were different, right? Because that's what we do. Just that noise, right?
But I trusted my lightsaber to the Force.
He did.
And so I would go to each of the stations and I would just plunge my hand into the pit, grab something, and pull it out. And I would get these pieces that were like, you could not find them anywhere else in there. And so it was like, this end, perfect for holding. Where'd you get that one? Right there. I went and I just kept trusting the Force. And let it build, and I got this awesome.
And he didn't have to he did push a child aside at one point to get to something that
but that kid deserved it. Like that kid deserved it. Like just get out of my way, child. Because let me teach you a little thing or two about lightsaber construction and kyber crystals and come on, man, come on.
I'm confused. Like I wasn't gone that long.
Yeah.
It was on Bridgerton when I.
No, I pulled it back.
I got very upset about how we went from Star Wars to Bridgerton.
I was very angry.
We had to bring it back to if we're going to create a PowerPoint for him that he has to deliver, it can't be on Star Wars. He knows too much about Star Wars.
Right.
I'm reading some of the. I got purple for that person, and someone else.
There was no purple. There was no purple.
I got purple. I got the purple.
No, wait. There was purple. I got
the purple lightsaber. There
was purple. That's right.
I got purple. Trust me.
Now, see, if I had a real lightsaber, so in any Star Wars video game where a lightsaber is about, my lightsaber is neon orange. I am neon orange, but that wasn't a choice.
It wasn't yet.
So red.
We were very limited in our choices.
Red it is.
There was blue, red, purple. Was it? There wasn't an orange. It must have been green, maybe.
No, there wasn't orange because I would have gotten that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was an orange. Okay, so let's say hypothetically I were to agree to this insane proposal.
Yes.
Of actually presenting something that the three of you put together.
Yes.
I have to at least know what if you're telling me, okay, you're on stage in 5 minutes, and by the way, your topic is Bridgerton.
Oh, we use Bridgerton as the framework.
I'm just saying, I get that, Jen, but you got to tell me what the topic is, so that I can at least do a little bit of research.
I think that's fair. That's fair. We'll give them a broad topic.
In an hour, half hour, something like that.
You got to let me watch one episode.
Now a little bit better.
Something here. Come on, man.
I need to address Dina's comment.
Where is it? I'm sorry, Jen.
Yeah, I know. I'm very worried about Dina's comment. It's okay. Fine.
I have not watched Past the Wedding.
Is that this one here?
Yes, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's not the red wedding.
It's good. It's fine.
It's fine. Just get some wine, and you'll be fine.
Yep.
That should be on a t-shirt. Get some wine and you'll be fine.
I was very unhappy, but I'm better now. So.
See, now that I'm holding my lightsaber, I just want to play with it. So this has been Analysts After Work. Good night, everyone.
Well, on the lightsaber, can we go back to Steve's comment? Because I just realized I can actually see the comments. I didn't know that till just now.
What is Steve's comment?
He wants to see how a Canadian fights for a lightsaber. Should we enact that, Vince?
Yeah. Let's enact that. Okay.
Right.
So am I? We're both trying to build a lightsaber. Okay.
All right.
And begin. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
No, please.
Oh, sorry.
After you.
Sorry.
No, after you,
go
please.
ahead.
Sorry. No, it's okay.
Okay. I if you don't mind, I was trying to get the same piece that you have. Can you help me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
Sorry.
Let me tell you, that's not how this went down. Because there was a small child. I swear to God, Vince pushed away.
Okay, so I mean, Jen, I played along. There was no small child.
There
was no small child.
I hope that maybe it was me, because I remember there being a kid that was just elbow, I want a part. And I was like, not gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's why he was doing the same thing that you and Paul were doing, being meticulous and thinking about it and analyzing. And I just went in and like plunge, pull out a piece.
And
That's
this is the difference between PMs and BAs.
Yeah, well, or like project business analysts and strategic analysts, because in the end, it didn't matter. So I just built the thing, and I ended up with cooler pieces anyway.
I'm like, where the heck is my lightsaber? I'm gonna have to find it now. I'm like, it's behind me somewhere.
Right. Yeah. No.
This has taken such a turn, you guys.
And I'm glad, because I didn't want to talk about Bridgerton. I still don't even know what that is.
You know what?
I have a question.
Netflix,
Yeah.
Turn on Bridgerton.
I have Netflix, but like I'm watching other things.
What are you watching, Vince?
There is nothing else.
What was what did I just finish watching?
The Undoing? Have you seen that?
No.
That
I
was
just
good.
finished watching something.
Now,
And then the next thing that I'm pushing for is the history of swear words or something. Something
I
with
haven't
Nicolas
started
Cage.
that one yet.
It looks interesting. And
I watched one episode.
No, not good. Oh, okay.
My husband loves it. I'm just
Yeah. Okay.
Too intellectual.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that kind of stuff.
I believe that today, or maybe it's tomorrow, on Disney Plus, WandaVision comes out. That has been the topic of great conversation in my house. So that's
I never bought into the Scarlet Witch character in that movie. And actually, same thing with Vision. Like, they were not. I don't know if you can build a whole show around what is essentially two minor Avengers.
Is that what it is?
I'm sorry?
It is
What?
Around a
What's
female superhero?
No, not at all. I'm saying the same thing of Vision. They were sub characters in the Avengers universe. Now, maybe they can. I don't know. I'm not going to be first in line to watch it. Wait a second here. Hold on. Did you seriously just accuse me of poo-pooing a show because of a female character? This is dangerous, Jen. This is dangerous stuff.
It took a while for him to pick up on that.
Well, because I'm doing other stuff here. Like I'm trying to read the comments, and I actually just remembered what I was watching most recently, and it wasn't on Netflix. It was actually The Mandalorian. I just finished The Mandalorian.
Yes.
So come on, man. Like, but Jen, come on. You know me better than that. That was a low blow.
It was.
That was a low. That wasn't nice. I don't know.
Vince, I have a burning question for you. I feel like this is the same sweater that you wore last time.
Is it?
Ooh.
Yes, it's an Adidas berry colored, right?
Power berry. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Did he have the Kramer hair last time too?
It's the sweater that I keep in my office if I get cold. I have a cooling mat that has been running all day, and it's very cold in here. And so I put on a sweater, and I didn't think I have a second sweater if you'd like me to put that on instead. It is an Adidas Star Wars crossover sweater.
I want to see it. Oh, Jen is watching Bridgerton now.
So I was.
Is there a limit on how many on having more than 2 gens for any length of time?
There will be now. So I was in Manhattan, Soho. I went to this Adidas store, and just so that you can see, this is like Adidas Star Wars, and it is the assault on the Death Star on the back of a hoodie. So
you are a bit choppy, so it's hard to see.
Can you see that?
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
So
are you an Adidas fan?
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up playing what some of you might call soccer, but we called football. I played both kinds of football, and I just, it was almost like I was trying to get a sponsorship from them. Like there were days where just everything was Adidas, and I don't know, I just liked it. And plus, I can get shoes from Adidas online, which means I don't need to go to the store. So, yeah,
you can't go anyway. You're not allowed.
And I can't, but that's what I'm saying. So I can still get new shoes. But anyways, that's my Star Wars hoodie. That is, like 15 years old at this point, but it's still legit. Does that satisfy your burning question, Jennifer Forrest? Okay.
I have a burning question.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How do you start a fire?
How do I start a fire?
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
So yeah, I get it. It's that East Coast humor. How do I start a fire? I go to the light switch that controls my electric fireplace and I flick it. That's it.
You have fireplace? How Canadian?
I have two fireplaces. I am a well-documented indoor cat. Vince does not go outside. There's no camping. I did camping once, and I said, "Screw that! It is the worst." No, I like running. I like indoor plumbing. I like indoor plumbing. So to indoor plumbing.
To indoor plumbing.
Take a swig of that peanut butter there.
Okay, hold on. When you don't have indoor plumbing and you're female, there's this great little device you can get on Amazon.
Have you ever used one?
I have one in my cupboard. I haven't used it yet. I bought it for camping because we camped last summer for the first time. The third time, because the first two times it was in a tent and it rained. This time we went out and bought a trailer so we could try camping, and it was awesome.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about. That sits on your. I'd have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm not going to get it and demonstrate it, but if you would like to Google it, it's called a shiwi. It's basically a funnel.
Wasn't that on Dragon's Den? I thought it was. I thought it was on Dragon's Den. Anyway, Canadian Dragon's Den, not your Shark Tank nonsense.
A few summers ago, we were sitting on my neighbor's deck, and we were talking about this because the guys are all going down. There's a tree in our backyard that has the letter P nailed to it.
Okay.
My husband's idea. It's for the guys. It's the P tree. I'm like, that's not fair. We can't use the P tree.
Mm-hmm.
So here we were at like 1 a.m. on Amazon, and I'm ready to order like one of these things for all of us. And I finally sobered up and didn't hit send.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. After camping, I went and ordered one. I'm gonna give it a try, maybe. I'm not sure. It's not out of the package yet.
Okay.
Canadian Jen, I need a full review. Full review.
Canadian Jen.
Text me in detail how it works.
I'm okay. I don't need to know.
Yeah, can we go back to talking about Bridgerton or some other nonsense, please?
Hey, the shiwi is like the female lightsaber.
Do not equate those two things. No, do not do that.
Can we do a SWOT analysis?
No. No. I think everyone is feeling my pain.
Is this what Vince's PowerPoint is going to be on?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Shiwi usage
or
bocce and the logistics of.
But we
it definitely has to be on
fun with the.
Honestly, if I didn't like you guys, there would be a lot of this right now, and it would just be me because.
In your
fortunately,
you got to show.
Fortunately, I do like you guys. Which one?
The last one.
This one?
Yep.
Oh goodness.
So just for your reference, AJ will be on the show in a couple weeks. So I invite the three of you
To heckle?
to give him equivalent hell.
Okay.
Do that.
Will you be
Yeah.
wearing your Powerberry sweatshirt to AJ's show?
I mean, come on, lady.
We don't need him anyway.
But I mean, now let's be honest. If we were going to create some sort of a PowerPoint for Vince, I mean, Bridgerton's one thing, but we could have some fun. You know how like Ellen DeGeneres and a bunch of other folks are doing the different things. I love it.
It's my Game of Thrones shirt.
I like it.
I'm wondering about some of these. We've always done it this way. Old technology, that they're having millennials try out. Like, look up a phone number. You got to call this number. So there's a phone book and the rotary dial phone. I wonder if we could, I'm sure we could have some fun with that as well.
I agree.
But wouldn't
not
know how to
like female things.
Oh, but see, we gotta set to the girly stuff.
Hold on. Let me just get this off my chest.
We're fine.
Jen Forrest, you were last on my show on December the 10th. Today is January the 14th. 34 days have passed, give or take. If I happen to be wearing the same sweater, what is, like, a month has passed.
Has it really?
It has.
You've been wearing a sweater for a month?
But in 2020, a month is like a day.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna just do one better because I like Jen. I'm going to leave her on screen. I'm just going to mute her. So. All right.
It got really quiet.
Oh man! Honestly, all I'm thinking is,
all we needed to do was stop Jen Forrest from talking, and we were good. This is tremendous.
No, I think it's awesome. This shows that you don't need words to communicate.
Right?
I love this.
I've got a flip chart over here. Don't even try it, man.
Yeah, but in order for you to use it, you have to expose the shelf of shame. So, yeah, think about that. All right, welcome back.
I'm looking at my empty wall. I'm okay with my empty wall. It's the shelf of shame that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
What are the shelves of shame?
She's gonna show it.
I'm so curious.
Oh, they're not even that terrible. Let me see if I can take it out.
And while you're doing that, Jen Forrest,
that is not bad.
You got to get on TikTok there, man. Like, just that dancing, you could be like the agile TikToker.
I am actually on TikTok.
Are you really?
The TikTok, yes.
Okay.
You're on the TikTok.
Okay.
I sent my daughter a text today asking. I said, oh, I saw a cute video that was shared from the TikTok. I wondered if you had seen it. And she's like,
right.
TikTok. Have you seen the sea shanties?
No, I deleted that app because it is just a cesspool of crap. But if JFO can figure out how to, get big on there, that would be tremendous.
What's the new one that's like up and coming and everyone's getting on now? I forget what it's called, but I put in a request.
Oh, Clubhouse.
Yes.
Yeah, I put in a request too. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath.
What is Clubhouse? Why am I
did
not
know of this? I'm out of the social media world.
Also, I was really hoping you weren't going to say Parlor.
No.
That's my TikTok. There's a lot of content.
Check out. Oh, in that case, nobody needs to see puppies. No. For those that don't know, Parlor, I think it's gone now, right? Like I think they mainly shut it down. It was like a ultra conservative. If I can, I'm going to be really, really like politically correct here. It is a right-wing Twitter, basically.
Like QAnon, it's the get away from Facebook.
I'm not gonna get into who's on there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a very right wing Twitter alternative.
Okay, I have heard of it.
And it has now been removed from the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, Amazon.
Oh, wow.
It's
like
I don't know that it
built on
exists
AWS
online
and
anymore.
They pulled it. Yeah, they said that
Yeah.
they weren't going to host it anymore.
Right. Yeah. Here we go. Rachel, thank you very much. Rachel in the know. This is what we count on from the folks that join us that need to get on this show. So maybe Rachel, hit me up if you want to be on the show. But yeah, it's been removed, and so because I think it was allegedly involved in the planning of what went down at the Capitol in the U.S. last week. So not a great thing. So yeah, no. Why? No. Let's not even. This.
Can we
this
talk about
went
something
really
else?
Down.
Yeah,
Can we? Yeah, honestly.
Before we were talking about shiwis and lightsabers.
Can we bring the dog back or something? Like.
Yeah.
I would like to point out just for
No, I'm just kidding, Jen. Don't do that. No.
AJ's additional comment that
you want to see my dog? He's sleeping.
For Berry Adidas Power Berry hoodie and is unable to find it in men's sizes. So.
Well, AJ, thanks for that. You need to look at adidas.ca, perhaps. So I don't know what you're doing. And you know what, dude? I'm also confident enough. If it is a women's sweater, it fits perfectly. So
also, gender is a construct.
Oh yeah. Also
I
that,
know.
AJ. Like, let's. Oh,
Amy,
geez.
isn't he delightful?
I'm like, and when are we going to get to go to DC? Because I would like to visit Jen. Let them come on.
I just want to see the puppy.
I'll bring them both in Orlando.
Okay.
In September?
Assuming that it happens, yes.
And assuming we all get picked to be speakers.
I'm going
that too. Like,
you can't get rid of me. I need my bar time, my actual bar time.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, let me bounce this off of you then, because eventually we're going to be back together.
Okay.
Does this become a conference show where we have like a tripod and a camera and lighting, and actually like we're at the bar having these conversations, or we're sitting around a table, or something.
I think so.
I think I'll just be too excited to be around all of you.
I could do it, but only for like the first half hour, because I don't want to miss too much of the open bar.
Right. Oh, I'm not talking about like at the reception
next to the open bar. What are you talking about, girl?
I'm
talking about like in the evening, like after the festivities are over.
Literally
like
after
dinner.
That's when the festivities begin. That's when we share our ideas. That's where we get
whatever. I mean, I'm just
film dinner like while we're eating, because that's usually when it happens.
Yeah.
So that is when the shenanigans occur. Let's be honest.
So I don't know about you guys. I know,
AJ wants to sit at the kids' table.
And Amy wants to know what the bar at conferences are like.
Amy and I, though, have a pact. We have some, this Jen has some food experiences that need to occur, and Amy has promised to help me out in some of this. Amy came to visit Minnesota, and as we were driving around, we were having some conversations about, I have never eaten lobster because I'm afraid to eat it, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And so she promised so at some point next time we get to one of those, maybe it's Boston or whatever, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, I
just learn how to eat lobster.
Didn't you have lobster like the last time we were there? Didn't we go to?
We did, but I'm not gonna order lobster when I've never eaten it and I have no idea. Like.
Yeah, no, you got either Boston, or if we end up back in the East Coast in like, Moncton or Frederick, like, you don't
Halifax.
have, or Halifax.
Actually, no, Moncton.
You don't have lobster in Calgary, or
No.
you don't have.
I mean, you could.
You could. I have had lobster in Calgary, but I think Boston is the place.
Yeah,
Boston is the place.
Or DC. It's near the ocean.
True.
No, DC. No. You don't have that in DC. I mean, when you go to DC, you do what my man Steve and Dan and Bruce did, and we all went to. Or Dan wasn't there that night, but we went to the Pig, which was awesome.
That's good.
Awesome, and
also DC is known for Ethiopian food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If you haven't had Ethiopian food, it's DC is one of the best places to try it.
Well then, when we're back in DC, Jen, instead of going to Haleo as we did last time, you can take us out for Ethiopian.
Sounds good.
I love it. So I wanted to talk about, because we've got Amy here, and we all met because of Amy.
Yes, thank you, Amy.
Thank
you, Amy. And
oh wait, I did that wrong. Amy,
isn't this the thing?
Are you guys? What are your speaking plans for this? Because I would assume most of you, all of you, are probably doing some speaking even during this pandemic period. What are you doing? Because I don't enjoy the virtual, and so I'm not. I think I put in what I want to do for Amy.
Is he?
Does anybody else find it ironic that he's breaking up as he's talking about speaking? I think he did it on purpose.
Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? So
I think you were asking what our plans are.
Yeah. Because I sessions, and so I want to do like this show. I want to do like a live recording of my podcast. Let's start with Canadian Jen.
I didn't hear most of what you said because you kept breaking up, but I think you were asking what our speaking plans are this year, and that you want to do a live broadcast of your podcast. Is that?
Yeah.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, thank you.
That thing that he was just frozen in was wonderful. It was like.
Actually, right now it's pretty cool too.
I don't know if he's just doing his face like that.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's lit.
Except I'm not frozen. I'm just.
Oh.
We're like he's freezing on purpose.
Speaking plans for the year. I have submitted.
Hello?
The gems have finally won.
He's starting to disintegrate. It's like when in Back to the Future when the picture starts to fade.
It's awesome. I mean, and we have been pretty nice the entire time to him. Let's be honest. I mean, I had to give him a little hard time, but hey.
No, you absolutely have not been. No, this has been the worst hour ever.
I want to share a story because it's Jen, the other Jen and I don't think get on this together very often.
Please.
And I think my favorite Gen B story is from Boston last year.
Oh God. Like I don't even remember when.
It was you. It was all you. We're presenting across the hall from each other. And at the end of the presentation, she says, don't forget, everybody, fill out your evaluation forms. And if you really liked it, my name is Jen Batten. If you didn't like it, my name is Jen Bedell.
But see, I believe, weren't you in the room?
No, I was across the hall presenting.
And she did you did the same thing though, like later, and we warned Amy, and I was just, oh my gosh, you guys, when I start getting saucy, I'm so awful. But you got me back, and you've done it to me as well, which is so.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
We could do that. I mean, so JFO, in the future, let's just have Amy change your last name to something. Bridgerton, maybe.
Bridgerton.
Jen Bridgerton.
Forrest.
I don't know.
But wait a minute, that makes all three of you Gen Bs. Like,
exactly.
That's what Hans
no,
always.
we need to stop the madness. We need to stop the madness. We can't have more Gen Bs. We need fewer Gen Bs. So JFO, you are now Brenda. Brenda Forrest.
Do y'all know what my husband's last name is?
I do.
His last name is Hunt.
Yeah.
I was this close to being a Forrest Hunt.
Oh.
HUNT, like hunting in the forest. If we had an actual wedding, the signage would have been amazing.
Oh my God! Please tell me your husband's name isn't Michael.
No.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Wait, who is
well,
that?
That brings us. This is the end of Analysts After Work. There will be no future episodes.
We broke him.
We broke him.
I haven't laughed this much in a while. This is a very good thing for me.
Okay, so sorry. Let's close this out. Canadian Jen, you submitted something. Go ahead, please continue.
I submitted to speak at a couple of conferences coming up this year, so I'm just waiting to hear back to see if I'm accepted.
Excellent.
And virtual, I'm cool with virtual. I don't mind it. Now that the dog's older and stays quiet once in a while.
Right. Excellent. Jen, American Jen.
Which one?
American Gen B.
I've been working on a couple of keynotes actually, and Amy has those in her pocket. She has one in her pocket for sure. And then I am working on another series of presentations that are actually based on The Greatest Showman movie and why Agile is or is not the greatest show. I don't sing. I wish I could sing because that would be perfect. I've rewritten the lyrics to the songs from the movie. And but they're all Agile based, or maybe not. So I'm working on some of that stuff, and yeah, I'm doing a lot of other writing and things like that. And I was doing virtual stuff before we were all forced to do virtual. So part of what I do for work is virtual classes, and it's been that way for many years. So I'm pretty used to this. And am I tired of it? Yes. I like the breaking it up a little bit more, but if we got to do it, we got to do it. And I can usually be in my PJs if I want to. So there we go. I can dance. That is true. I can dance, and I'm sure that there will be costumes. So I can absolutely make that work too.
I just want to clarify something. So, because I said I hate the virtual. It's not that I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just find that the catalyst was actually, and this will be a good segue into you, Jen, Forrest, was doing Ugly Babies for DC. So I did my Ugly Babies talk. When it's live, I have so much fun. The audience gets I just felt like it went to a really dark place when I did, and it's like it was almost like I was in a like lying on a couch. Just talk. I don't know. It just felt weird. Doing something that live is so much fun, and I think it is that I need I'm an energy vampire. I need the audience. I need that to get up. Otherwise, I just like and then everyone's gonna die, and that's how everything ends. And if it's all meaningless, why do we even spend any time talking about ugly babies? Because in the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just
He's
it just
doing this
feels
so that you can bring it back up, Jen.
it feels dark. No, I'm pouring my heart out to you guys, and
we hear you, Vince.
No, you don't. No, you think I'm joking, and I'm not joking. And so, anyways, I'm not actively. I do need puppy time. I'm not actively pursuing speaking this year, but I've already booked like 4 or 5 things for the year, and apparently Project World in Orlando in September. So, there's stuff. I'm trying not to focus on it this year, as I like you, Jen, American Gen B, doing a lot of writing and stuff like that. So, all right, the final word on this topic goes to Jennifer Forrest Hunt.
Brenda.
Please.
I'm doing
Brenda. Yes, Brenda. Let us know what you think, Brenda.
I'm actually doing some Jira product owner kind of courses, and I think the first one is in mid-February. Yeah, so I think that'll be a lot of fun, and possibly some version 1 product owner type of courses as well, like hands-on things, and I'm really excited about those. And I think there might be a Bridgerton talk in my future.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. And
there should be costumes and guest appearances.
I'll bring my husband.
It sounds perfect. You got to get the right jacket, though, man. I mean, the boots. The boots.
The ruffles.
No, the boots. Go watch Bridgerton again with some of those later episodes and check out the Duke's boots. Holy buckets.
Holy buckets.
Now everybody else is like, what the hell is she talking about? And is she seriously talking about? I am literally talking about boots.
I need to read.
So moving right along. Let's close it off here. Canadian Jen, we're back to you. Final thoughts. What is it that you hope for people in 2021?
That more people will get puppies.
Okay. You're just going to throw that well wish away. All right, that's fine. American Gen B.
Gosh, I want open minds but critical thinking. I want more questions. Nice. In general and about everything, and the willingness to be wrong or to learn something new. And that's my blanket statement, and it's been that way for a while.
Being wrong is the best.
What was that?
Being wrong is awesome. It's how you learn.
Absolutely.
In the right environment.
Sure. As long as it's not fatal.
But they don't want to be. Like, you don't want to say, I don't know, or, I was wrong about that and I've changed my mind, or I've learned something, or whatever. People aren't willing to admit that, and we need to be.
It's so liberating.
It is. Absolutely.
It's so liberating. Brenda, final word to you.
I hope that people have more and more obscure pandemic hobbies.
Explain.
Like, there was sourdough, there was Tiger King. What are some others? Crocheting, knitting. I picked up couponing.
What's your obscure hobby?
That's right. We talked about couponing in the last episode, and that was weird.
Yeah, couponing, little free library, walking, plant identification. There's been a lot of different things, but I just have been really enjoying hearing about people's weird pandemic hobbies that they would never do during a non-pandemic. That brings me a lot of joy.
And apparently, Steve is in full agreement, but takes exception with you calling knitting an obscure hobby. Brenda, what say you to that, Brenda?
I'm sorry, Steve. Can you please knit me something?
I found a pair of knitting needles 2 days ago, and I started knitting 3 times. and then I put them back where I found them.
Like 3 little knot things, or
No, I did first I did like 50 stitches thinking I'm going to do a scarf. And then I ripped that out and I did 25 stitches and thought I'll do a dishcloth. And then I ripped that out and did like 10 stitches and went, I'm just going to put it back in the bucket.
It has never it's always one of those things. It's like, you know what I'm going to learn how to do? Knitting. And it's never escalated beyond that.
It's not hard to do, but it's hard to do.
I have a sweater in the other room that just needs 2 more, like a sleeve and a half.
Cool.
I'm very excited.
I think I'm doing something wrong. I think I must have forgot a step somewhere.
Steve, I want a green blanket.
All right. Well, on that note.
Vince is like, how do I stop this roller coaster? I want to get off the ride.
This is a roller coaster with no brakes. Through a field of knives and briars
during a pandemic.
But you guys know, despite my my actions of feigning displeasure, you know that there's nothing but love. Jen, thank you so much for being on Analysts After Work. I know that you guys will be on again at some point this year, but can't wait to hang out for real, to do the live version of the show. Thanks everyone for joining in. Amy, Steve, Tamara, Dave, AJ, I'm sure Hans, I'm forgetting a lot of people, and I'm sorry. Julius, I know you were here. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back next week. I don't have guests yet, but I got to work on that. But this has been Analysts After Work. See ya next time.
Bye, guys.